Ave Maria, this is Father Martin Mary of the Franciscans of the Immaculate. Here we are once again to give you a tutorial on how to post a blog or article on our site mim-us.org. The second part of this tutorial will be the instruction on how to add image to our site or to an existing article or to an article that you have already produced or plan to produce. Let's launch our browser again and try up to locate the site that we have and the URL address field, and we are brought here to our site. Now let's cancel that since we have seen that in the first tutorial, and let's try to log in with our username that we have just created. As I mentioned in the first tutorial, we will be presented with an administration bar on the topmost of a part of the web page. Click New. This is in writing the tutorial according to the first lesson, and since we deleted the sample we have, let's just to replicate that quickly. Franciscan Third Order in the church, and as I mentioned, we did some copying of that here. Just to throw that there in. And we also noted in the previous tutorial that we made some heading changes in order to emphasize those headings. Use heading 2 to give a different look into the headings. Now, of course, the article was used with permission, so you should put it in italic. So this was the actual article we had in the previous lesson. Now we have to add an image. Let's save this as a draft first before we can use it. In order to add an image, I'll show you two ways of adding images depending on the image you prepared. Now let's take a look at some example of images on our site. The first preferred image way of inserting image is actually by putting a big image that span throughout the width of the article. This is the first one I'd like to show you. Here, the image of Our Lady the Pietà, stretched from the edge to edge of the column of the article, which is very pretty, and that's actually embedded in a nicer way together with the frame of the title, and that's a format that we design to this particular article. There's another way of embedding image which does not extend throughout the whole column of the article. So inserting small images on either the left and the right side of the article if your original image is not that big enough. Okay, that's one of those examples. In either way, this particular image would have to show as a little thumbnail preview on the article. For example, if I click newsletter, either the big or the small would produce this particular beautiful thumbnail on top of the excerpt of the article. It's very important to follow this instruction on how to make those image, either small or the big one, as thumbnail in the front page of the blog or newsletter main page. Let us go back to where we are. to that article where we're trying to edit earlier. This is actually on draft mode. Let's click that. Now, first, how to insert an image that extends to the whole page. Here is actually a trick here. You've got to know that you already have prepared an image. Now, how to do that? If you have an image existing already in your hard drive, click Add Media in there. And if your image is not yet in the server of our site, you could click Upload Files. Select Files, then try to locate the image you just created or present in your hard drive. Now for this tutorial, I have here the community of New Bedford MIM. If I click Open, it will upload itself, etc. Now, you'll notice that it will show up here the newly uploaded image for your full page or full width of your article image. Now, if you click Set Featured Image, this will show up. Okay. Then click that again with that already chosen, and at the bottom here it says Set Featured Image. A featured image is the one that will identify whether the image will create a thumbnail in the front page together with the article excerpt. Click Set for Featured Image. You'll notice that the image does not show up here in the article editor window, but rather in this column here, Featured Image, etc. So that's actually will show up as a huge image similar to the other article we've seen. As we mentioned in the earlier tutorial, we click that page layout and choose here blog sidebar. That's the thing. And then if we have not yet pre-chosen it, as in the previous tutorial, we highlight again which category it should belong. It's important to choose a category because it determines its position in the actual front page of the blog layout. There are departments like Mariology there, and church, and magisterium, and spiritual, etc. Let's have a draft of this article with a bigger image. Let's take a view of the post. You see, that stretched forward the image, the width of the whole article by choosing the Set Featured Image. Notice that if we publish this, it will show up on the front page of the blog. Since it's a draft, it's not showing up anything at all. See, it should appear here if it gets published. Let's try to do that, and we'll see how it looks like, and edit to change a different kind of image. Let's edit, and if we click publish, then it gets shown in the main page of the blog. Let's view the post again, so that this is publicly viewable by our visitors. If you click the blog section where we put it as a subcategory under spirituality of MIM, it gets shown up here and gets part of the sliding video. It's important that unless we choose featured image, it will never show up here in the sliding module or in the front page with a nice image here. Now, that's the first way, of course, to add image. Let's try to do a second way of adding image, adding only a small image on either the left or the side. Let's remove the featured image there for now. If I update that, so it removes that image. Now, in similar way, I had to find a place where I like to insert the image. Then click Add Media. Then if your image is not yet on the server, you could actually upload it again. Select files from your hard drive. And for the purpose of tutorial here, I would like to choose here an image of the Holy Father, little book under Maria. Here it's inserted here, the cover of the book of the Holy Father, and I don't have to click set featured image here, but I have to be concerned of the pane here on the right side of this media gallery. If you scroll down a little bit, it says alignment. Alignment indicates what is its position inside the article, whether it is center, left, or the right side. We kind of choose left. We could choose right too. There, just ignore all this information here because it's done by default. Then click insert into post. Notice we didn't say set featured image. Click insert into post. Okay, now that's actually not very nicely done because the text is actually bumping into the image, so we forgot to set the margin on the right side. If you click that icon there, we edit and we left, we click advanced setting, the topmost tab, and then we actually add here, hold on, some of the styles that could be used. We could use border, we could have vertical space, horizontal space. The vertical space is the space between the image and of course the article on its right side. Let's put it about 10. That's 10 px and update. Ooh, I hope that work. I hope it's horizontal. So now advanced setting 5 update. Okay, guess that's added it. Click update. Now, in order to show the image as a thumb in an article, you scroll down using only a small image. Let's move this. We have to actually use feature event gallery video in a post. And then update. Let's try to view this post with a small image of Pope Benedict's book. Here's a sample of the embedded image. Now let us see if it will look proper on the actual thumb, the main page of the blog. See, it shows up as a thumb as well, although it's a smaller version of the thumb. That's actually what's it all about it. Adding image on the article or the post. So if you have any question about adding image, there is the help for WordPress links to several videos that are available for our instruction. I hope you learned a little bit on how to post an article with an image, whether it is a large image or a small image inside the article. Thank you. Ave Maria.